Poor Bear, back in this bitch again. What can we talk about right now? The only thing on my mind is just the fact that like people have become so intertwined into the system that like the whole idea of them like pulling away from you guys, it makes y'all like cringe. And like I think it's wild because, bro, nobody told you guys to latch on to something that's unobtainable so hard. Like the fact that people were okay with getting free checks, not paying your rent, going on fucking vacation, and then, you know, then complaining about how come you don't have enough money. Maybe because you went on vacation with a check that you had to pay for your rent. The check that came in, you could have like, you know, I think at a certain point during lockdowns, people were not actually paying their rent. They were going through, I forgot, they froze their rents pretty much. So instead of you investing money over the course of that time, you chose to just overindulge in everything. And I don't understand. I think like for me it's truly wild that like, you know, for instance, let's think about it, right? For a good few months, people were probably making much more, if not the same, I think much more, than they were making their whole entire time working their job, right? So you're telling me that you was making like almost 5 bands, probably a little under 5 bands a month, and you chose to not invest in anything. Bro, something was really fucking wrong with y'all. I'm happy I invested most of them checks that came in. I'm happy that we knew where to put the money because, like, it's crazy to me to think like, yo, y'all were coming from being thousandaires during this time each month. You know what I'm saying? And now to think that, you know, all that money is gone because you bought whatever designer clothes and you went on vacation and, you know, like, there's certain things in your life that you couldn't live without. But, like, the truth is you could live without it. But it just, you have a spending addiction. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's important that I get the ebook. The ebook is going to help you understand more about money and power. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that like, without you creating your own system, without you taking time to figure out what you can do and come together with somebody else who is on the same page as you, without you understanding like those small, I won't even say small, without you understanding that that's actually truly how you do create something, nothing will ever get accomplished. And I just feel as though like it's getting worse and worse because, like, you know, a lot of y'all believe that on social media, the people you watch, the kind of creators, whatever, that they didn't sell their soul to get to where they are. Like, just going off some like random stuff, bro. Kai Cenat apparently had 1 million people sign up or subscribe to him on Twitch. That's not weird to you guys? 1 million fucking people. 1 million people. Mind you, that boy had a different star every single stream. So like, how do you guys think he pays for all this stuff? You don't think the booty hole got taken? Like, the way you guys see celebrities, it truly makes me want to vomit. It truly does. Because y'all can't put 2 and 2 together. That's the wildest thing. Like, y'all don't ever try to figure out why the fuck music is all about killing and there's no substance to it. Like, y'all don't ever have these ideas in your head? Bro, I'm telling you, like, once y'all start to use your mind for self and you kind of take a step back from the fake, you will start to realize what is truly important and what is not important. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that everybody was going to work, didn't have no work, they was getting paid more money. Instead of investing any portion of the fucking check, they chose to go and dive into luxuries. Cantillon theory in full effect. When new money comes in, old money leaves the system. So all you guys that believe as though, like, you know, this check is here for me to spend, as soon as you spend that money, that is the new money entering the system. So whatever you thought you could obtain after you spend that money, it is now on a higher plateau. Like, it's like, yo, like, my eyes have been open for a very long time because I chose to learn about finance. I chose to understand more and more about what I can do in my current situation and whatever situation I have going on in the future, in order for me to get better acclimated with not being in strife ever again. And I feel as though like it's so important in this day and age to learn more about finances because we're not taught any of this shit in school. That's one thing I think is even more wild. Nobody is taught finance in school. We're living in the information age where the phone has everything at its fingertips, right? And instead of looking at stuff like this, people choose to fucking doom scroll. People choose to be in strife. People choose to be high out their mind. People just choose, like, it's crazy to think also, right? That you guys all know this is all a conscious choice that you're making to not decide to create a future for yourself. And I think they're more wild because, like, if you choose to not prepare, you're preparing to fucking fail. I don't know who said that quote, but it's just the truth. Like to fail to prepare is to have no preparations at all. Which means that life passes you by. You allow life to just beat your ass every single day, day in, day out. Every day you choose to become the victim. Every day you look in the mirror, you feel like you're not adequate enough. Every day you chase hoes for no fucking reason because you ain't got no bread. And in reality, you know, all they want is bread. And that's it. Like, we have to do better. And the faster we all choose to do better and to band together and to understand, like, you know, the issue we have at hand is this going on and this and that, and we can point at it and, like, come to a conclusion of how to, like, make things in a better aspect or a better standpoint, how I'm gonna say it. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight, but it just best to take strides to become your greatest version. The faster you do that, the easier life becomes. Like, like, life is not rocket science. If you want to do rocket science, then I guess you got to figure out some rocket science shit. But it's not rocket science. Everything takes time, right? Time is all we have. Time is all we never get back. And the faster we realize that, the easier it is for you to understand that, you know, with the time that you do have, it's just best that you learn more about self. It's just best that you learn what can be done at a present moment to help you get to the next level. I was looking at, I think the guy's name is McQueen. I don't know his full name, but he did the content, like, I guess, like, with chicks and shit like that, and just, like, pretty much, like, how to stay in your masculine energy and stuff like that. So the main thing, right, that I took away from what he was saying is just that, you know, in order for you to lock in, you truly do have to stop chasing women. You truly do have to stop chasing anything that is not filling your cup. Like, to lock in, you really have to understand that, like, your life is on the line, right? And that in order for you to get to the next level, it truly is about what you are doing and what you do know and what you are going to grow and go and do, you know? And the faster you're choosing, people are so sus. The faster you are going to choose to become your greatest version, the easier it is for you to cut out certain stuff. Like, for me, I would say the hardest thing for me was cutting out coffee. Bro, I haven't had coffee in 4 days. Sparkling water now and cold water is what is helping drive me to, like, a new plateau in my life. And, like, this comes from a guy that, for me, like, it was coffee over everything. Like, I would be fucking drinking the fuck out that coffee. Like, if some days I'd have 2 cups of coffee and I would just be fucking wired to stay awake and to work. But within, like, this current time in my life now, like, I really do feel as though, like, it's just best to pull away from stuff like that. And I'm glad. I love y'all. With your water will grow, with your cast will last. Don't forget, the ebook is available. That's the only link I'm going to be posting from now on inside the story. So, I love y'all.